I see that hand.
All right, every 3 seconds in the United States, a potentially life-saving blood transfusion is needed. So there are about 2 transfusions needed, as I told you that stat. Blood transfusions, or blood drives, are always happening, so it's not hard for you to get involved. A lot of people are skeptical of the needle or seeing their own blood flowing into a bag next to them, but once you donate, you'll wonder why you ever hesitated. Today I'll tell you about 3 problems. There's a shortage of blood for transfusions in the United States. There's no substitute for blood in transfusion situations, and there is no knowledge of the blood donation process. There are 3 causes. There's low donor numbers. Blood substitutes cannot carry oxygen the same way blood can, and there's little education on the topic. So there are 3 problems associated with blood donation. There's a major shortage. As you can see here, the Red Cross needs about 80,000 units of blood per day, so that's 80,000 pints. But they only have the supplies for around 36,000 units in the U.S. There's no substitute for human blood in trauma situations. It's really the only option. If someone's losing blood and there's no resources, they can't be saved. In certain situations, car accidents or major work incidents, between 40 and 100 units of blood can be used on a single person. So that can completely deplete a single hospital's entire, blood resource on one person. Many people don't understand the blood donation process because they're not really educated on it. There's a lot of misconceptions or stigmas they think of that really aren't true. The shortage of blood is caused by the shortage of donors and the high demand for the blood itself. Many people are hesitant to donate because they don't think they have time. They are afraid of feeling poorly after donation or that their blood type isn't needed. That's according to the University of Maryland Medical Center. Those are really 3 things that aren't true at all. The entire process takes between 40 minutes and an hour, so you can do this on your lunch break, in between classes. Donors won't be hurt in the process of the donation. After you're done, you get a drink, usually something to eat. A nurse kind of checks on you, makes sure everything's going okay, and you'll be feeling back to normal. You'll be able to get on with your day. And all blood types are always needed for transfusions because in blood donation you can use the plasma or the blood. So there's different types of matching that goes on in the blood. So there's all blood types are always needed. There's no replacement for human blood. When a person is in a situation where they need a transfusion, nothing but blood is going to save them. There have been tested blood substitutes, but they don't carry oxygen the same way that real blood does. And finally, many people don't understand the process of blood donations. And past the point of not understanding the process, people have some ideas that it's not a clean process, like the needles are being reused or something, and they're not being worked on by a certified professional. But every donation is performed by a certified nurse or a certified Red Cross employee, and every donation uses a sterile needle that is properly disposed of. So now I'm going to try to do my part to educate you guys on what the process is. It's pretty simple. It's 4 steps, take about 10 to 15 minutes each. Your first step is registering as a donor. It's a simple screening process that talks about your health history or your health information, just checking that you haven't done any illegal intravenous drugs or things of that nature. Step 2 is pretty cool. You get a free health screening. They check your blood pressure, your pulse, your temperature, and your hemoglobin, which is your iron level, and that's done. It's similar to a diabetes blood sugar check. They prick your finger, check the iron levels in your blood, make sure everything's okay. And once you get through that, then you go on to the donation. This is where they actually take your blood. So a needle is placed in the inside of your elbow. You're there for about 7 to 10 minutes, and approximately 1 pint of blood is taken. Step 4 is recovery and refreshment. The donor is monitored and given a drink and something to eat. You'll have a nurse looking over you, making sure you're not going to feel lightheaded or pass out. After that, you're pretty much free to go. So now that I've told you about the causes and the process, I want to tell you about the solution. The solutions to this are pretty simple. Blood donations or blood drives are always happening. So I ask you to donate, and I ask you to donate regularly. According to the Red Cross, between 38 and 50% of the adult population has the ability to donate, but only 10% does. So if we could increase those numbers, that shortage would get a lot smaller. As I said here, like I said, it's pretty obvious that that gap needs to close, and donation is really the only way we can do it. So as I said, donate regularly. You can donate every 56 days, which is every 8 weeks. And then the second solution, if you can't donate for a personal or a health reason, I ask you to educate other people or volunteer your time. So there are 3 main benefits that I found from blood donation. Blood donation helps you for an altruistic reason or feeling good for acting selflessly. This provides a boost to your mental health if you know for an hour of your time you might be saving someone's life. Blood donation helps with the production of red blood cells, which helps prevent anemia and balances your iron levels. Anemia is an iron deficiency, which can be really bad if you're low on iron. Blood donors, you're getting a free health screening, like I said before, so that may find something that you haven't thought about yet, like your blood pressure is really high, your iron level's low. And if any of you guys are interested, Drury Baseball will be hosting our blood drive Thursday, December 3rd from 11 to 4 in Weiser Gym. So if you're interested, I ask you to please donate either your blood or your time to potentially save a life.